Race fans, the Federated Auto Parts DIRTcar Nationals is bigger than ever. From January 29th through February 14th at Volusia Speedway Park. See the World of Outlaws sprint cars and late models, plus American Sprint Car Series, USAC National Sprint Cars, the Super DIRTcar Series, and the DIRTcar UMP Modifieds. Ticket packages, camping, and more at DIRTcarnationals.com. Next winter, head south.
It's all new and it's the greatest store on dirt. All the World of Outlaws and dirt car racing apparel and licensed merchandise under one roof. Visit online today for everything from shirts to hoodies, hats to collectibles. The greatest store on dirt.com.
Is available now.
It's showdown!
5 laps to go at Attica Raceway Park.
Bobby Pierce leads the opening lap in 32. Into turn number 3.
You wanted the best. You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here come the late model.
Here's Sheldon to the inside. Slides on.
Raw horsepower, built on dirt. This is the World of Outlaws.
Let's rock and roll with the World of Outlaws.
Coming to Henry County Motorsports Park, presented by the Henry County Tourist Development Council.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. Our team, Toyota Gazoo Racing. We make some seriously fast cars, like this one and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
March 1st and 2nd, World of Outlaws Bike Week Jamboree at Volusia Speedway Park. Get your tickets today at worldofoutlaws.com or call 844-DIRT-TICKS. Be there.
Floyd trying to pull up and even with him, but can't do it that time. There's a fine line to getting that momentum on exit into the corner, and Floyd just not.
It is championship night for the Digital Dash 2.0 here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And in just about an hour from now, we will figure out who will take home $500 and an $1,800 purse. It's DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0 with the big block modifieds here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So glad you could join us here on the DIRTcar Racing YouTube page. Marty Sakala with you alongside Zach Chapman. And Shaggy, we have had an incredible week of action tonight, but we're far from over yet. I think the best racing we've seen, I think it's yet to come.
Yeah, and arguably we may see it here in this B main, and it's just going to get better and better. I mean, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but all 20 guys are here and registered. And Marty, the fact that we're only taking 4, oh, good luck. I'm so glad I am up here with you.
Yeah, same here, absolutely. We'll talk about the race format in just a little bit. Night 2 last night. Some phenomenal racing from Americans to Canadians. In the end, an iRacing regular got the job done. Here's a look at last night's highlights. Night 2 of DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0. It's showtime at Charlotte. Side by side for second, Caleb Durgan and Dalton DeWert. Lap number 1 though at the line. Give it to the 48 of Dylan Yeager.
I mean, it is a sea of metal
Oh, look at this though. for the race lead. Caleb Durgan, slider on Dylan Yeager. The 48, though, going to counter it back. Dalton DeWert gets into the mess here as well. Slide job by the 48. Yeager with the lead for now. Durgan counters it back. Slide job city early, and it's just lap 4, Zach.
Yeah, Dalton playing nice there. You could see him lift out for Yeager. That way he could, or Durgan, excuse me, that way he could throw that bomb back. He knows, just got to hang out, ride. But right now, these front two, they're having fun. They know they're the show right now.
Felix Waugh with company from Elliot Gamache. How about this? 5 through 8, all Canadians. Richard, Waugh, Gamache, and Lackey. All trying to chase down the Americans here at the moment. First side-by-side battle here is the 4th. Here comes Richard, peeking low on Griffin. Slide job by the 3 car through turns number 3 and 4. Who does Felix Waugh follow with? We'll just have to see at the line. Give it to Richard over Griffin.
Committed outside Waugh, wasted no time. Look at him jump with that run. Now the question is, can Griffin shut the door? He can't. Waugh's going to go on by. Choo-choo.
So Hollywood makes his move up. He corrects the top 5 for the second time in this race. Gamache and Griffin make a little contact off for turn 2. Some good hard racing. Meanwhile, Waugh underneath his fellow Canadian for 4th, while Gamache throws a slider on Griffin. Lackey tries to get in this battle as well. What a jam session here in turn number 1 racing for 4th.
Back and forth. What we've seen, it's been the outside, it's been the preferred line off of 4. And as Waugh tries to cut down, he just hits the slick. Can't put that power down like the 3, but he may have him this time. No, leaves it open. They're going to have a lot of company. Need to make your move here. Make it. Waugh gets in the outside wall, Marty.
But look at this side. Oh, he got turned. Waugh got turned off the 4 of Gamache. Couple of 360s. Yellow lights are on. Yeager selects the bottom, and we're back to green. Yeager able to hold serve. Durgan trying to counter things. DeWert all the way in the basement line. Here comes Durgan, ascend deep into 3 and 4. Slide job for the race lead. Do we have a new leader at the line with 9 laps to go, rather? Yes, we do. Durgan edged out Yeager at the line. The 48 trying to counter it. Contact with Richard. Caution flag waves, though. Oh, yeah, you saw the 4 Gamache caught the wall. Yeah, Damian went for a wild ride on his noggin. Damian Ward, get ready for a wild ride, folks. A lot of drivers that were inside the top 10 there, Zach. All get torn up, but now we'll be trying to... The first driver on the bottom, it's Chad Lackey. Looking on Gamache. Waugh sends her deep, same with Nick Cooper. And Gamache loses 2 spots. How badly damaged is that number 4 car possibly? Could he be trying to hang on to a spot here at the end? Meanwhile, oh, hang on there. Richard got turned off for Higby. Bachman also involved, and the cautions keep bringing cautions. Yeager hugging the bottom for right now. Durgan at the line with 5 laps to go. Here comes Yeager. Slide job by the 48. He's got the lead for now. Durgan counters it back.
Tyler Shell 3 wide on the bottom for the final transfer. Here we go.
Oh boy, don't miss out on this. He gets in the Sharp, he gets in the Gamache. Final spot guaranteed to the feature on the line. 2 laps to go. It belongs to Gamache for right now. We're pulling away for the 48. Back up for 10. Shell's got to run inside on Gamache. Takes it away. White flag flies. 1 lap to go. Sharp looks underneath there 3 wide, but Shell shuts the door. Meanwhile, out in front, it is the driver of the number 17, Dirty Dig Performance and Gears Unlimited ride. Through the final corner, Caleb Durgan, your winner in night number 2. Off the corner of the checkered flag for 10, Tyler Shell gets the final transfer spot into the feature. Here we go, B main time. Last chance showdown, I should say, to determine who makes it into our $500 to win 50 lap feature later on tonight. Here's how the field lines up. Kyle Landfear on the pole in the 19, with Jeff Sharp on the outside in the 28. Evan Nugent starts from 3rd in the 25. Next to him, Willie Cuddy in the 23. Row 3, Ryan Coulthau in the 510 next to Elliot Gamache in the 004. Row 4, James Boniface Jr. in the 213 and Kenneth Coe in the 22. Rounding out your top 10 this evening, Mario Di Natale in the 00 and Ethan Bill in the 00. Row number 6, Devin Hauer. He's in car number 316 next to Trevor Giroux in the 75. The rest of the field, Dylan Simbala in the 61, Sam Bachman in the 007, Falcon Smith the 34, Jason Smith in the 8, Dylan DeWert in the 20, Scott Rioma the 4, Chris Darling in the 714, and Damian Ward in the 32. A quick look here, the racing format here for this evening. 20 laps, our last chance showdown. Top 4 drivers transfer in to the 50-lap feature. We are green. Last chance showdown underway. Good jump from Lanfear, side by side for second. It's Nugent with the spot for now. Sharp trying to fight back. 3 wide. Gamache working the top shelf there. It's a little bit risky. Crosses over here on Coulthal. And the race for the final transfer spot off for 2.
No kidding. Big boy move early, but sometimes that's what you got to do. Put your competitors in a tough spot, make them lift, and right now he's winning. Look at him on the bottom, 3 wide here one more time.
Maybe Sharp and Nugent hanging on for that final transfer spot. We'll have to see, but all groups are working very well. This is a tackier track that drivers are dealing with in this feature compared to what we saw in the first 2 nights. Because remember, it was burnt in from all the heat races and all the contests we had, but nope, this is a fresh track we've got.
Yeah, could be good, could be bad. Got a lot of speed, but a lot of guys going to want to fight for the same real estate. We're seeing that now. Slider, look at that move.
Gamache had to left there. Coulthal threw a mega slider there as they rub for 4th there. That's Cuddy and Nugent battling for position. Still 3 wide off for 2. Oh, look out there. Close call for Gamache. He nearly ended up on the wall in turn 3 on his noggin there. Got squeezed up there, though. I don't know how he found a way to keep it straight, but dropped all the way down to 6th. This allows Cuddy to have the final transfer spot. Meanwhile, we were just about 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Jeff Sharp trying to put her to the point.
Safest place to be is out front right now, but Jeff Sharp, if he doesn't get this done, may find himself in a 3 wide because Coulthal is coming in that 35.
Coulthal started in the 5th position. Now underneath of the doorstep for the runner-up spot, an insurance spot up for grabs here. It's still Sharp, Coulthal, and Cuddy. 3 cars under a blanket racing for 4th. Gamache, though, trying to fight back on Cuddy.
Needs to. I mean, like I say, you do not want to be in that final bubble spot. You want to get up to at least 2nd, I think, to feel safe. And, I mean, right now, only 12 laps to go. You just want to build up that cushion. But right now, Gamache not going to let him do it.
Gamache, a DIRTcar sportsman driver. He's had a lot of success with wins at Cornwall, Mohawk, and other tracks this year. Also Granby, too.
Ethan Bill, that's somebody who we talked about in the heat night, Marty. Ethan Bill all of a sudden there, P6. Watch out for the 14. Wow, Bill's coming.
Yeah, Bill started back in 9th, currently running in the 6th position. A New Egypt regular, had 2 wins last year, and a past MDI TV Monday Night Modified champion. He is on the doorstep of Cuddy and Gamache, a triple threat match for 4th. A lot of contact off for turn 4 as Cuddy and Gamache rubbed Nerf bars. Bill almost became collateral in that one. And around the outside, go ahead.
He got nudged up the racetrack twice. I can't believe Bill stuck it in there, let alone got the pass done. Now he's sitting P5. He's got to get one more here. He's got 8 laps left to do it.
Yes, absolutely. 20-lap B main in the top 4. We'll race for $500 with a chance at $500 tonight and an $1,800 purse. About to see what happens here at the end. 7 laps of racing to go.
Hey, Marty, the guy in the number 32 started 20th up to P8, Damian Ward. He's running out of time, but what a charge for Damian.
And this was a guy, let's hang on, let's hold that thought there. Gamache hanging on to 4th over Bill. Damian Ward's the driver that almost considered hanging it up for the rest of the week after his flip he had last night. But he is fighting back from 20th all the way to 7th here. If he can make it past Boniface Jr. If he gets a yellow, Ward is going to have a chance at it. But the front 6, all single file here with 5 laps to go. Lanfear leading by 4/10 on Jeff Sharp, followed by Ryle Coulthal and Elliot Gamache trying to hang on to that final transfer spot. But Coulthal wants some insurance. Slide job here for 2nd on Jeff Sharp. The 28 car counters it back, 4 to go at the line.
Yeah, Jeff not content with P3, wants P2, throws it in there deep. Coulthal trying to cut underneath. He's got the room, but is there enough room to park it now? Because look at Lanfear, he's right there, side by side.
Coulthal trying to get the 2-for-1 discount, won't work. 3 laps to go. Here come Gamache and Bill. Top 5 drivers all battling for the win here in the last chance showdown. They're battling like they want $500 badly.
Gamache now getting aggressive. Looking, Bill, he goes low. He may pick up the
Oh,
scratch.
no! Sharp goes around to the 28 and collects another one. That being Giroux, and Sharp lands on his roof and back over on all four wheels. And the caution flag flies with 3 laps to go. And folks, this isn't over.
Yeah, Damian Ward, P5 now, Marty. Uh-oh.
I was just about to mention that. The number 32 may have a chance to get into the big dance tonight. Let's get you a look at the replay and show you what happened. First caution in our B main. Just hard racing. There was the 4. Contacts him not just once but twice. Just loses control and a big lick there. That was the 316 of Devin Howard that caught the 28.
And then Trevor collects into his teammate there. Howard, that's a tough break, and that's all but going to scrap their chances here. But, yeah, Marty, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I think that all that was there is hard racing. That's just a tough break.
So check and see how many laps will we have to go when we get back to overtime. I think it's going to be either it should be 2 laps to go on this restart.
Yeah, they should, because it's telling me we're on lap 19, so I would think they'd extend it to make it a green-white checkered. And yes, actually, the iRacing flag, yeah, green-white checkered, Marty, 2 to go.
Alrighty, here we go. Single file to the end. And who's going to make that final spot? Is it going to be Ethan Bill and the number 14, the New Egypt driver? Or is it going to be Damian Ward, who has also driven race cars in the past, but also a digital creator? About to find out what happens. Lanfear with control on this restart. Single file, 2 laps to go. Who is going to get this one? Oh, Bill sliding up the hill as Damian Ward going to pounce here for this final transfer spot in. Here comes Damian. 4th spot, the final transfer spot on the line. Ward tries the slide job on Bill. He leaves the 14th of real estate. That's how they come across the line. How will they look at the checkers? A big old slide job from Damian Ward. Bill tries to counter it back. Final shot here into turns 3 and 4. Bill drives it in the corner deep. It's not going to work from 20th to 4th. Damian Ward is in the show, and we have a photo finish for the win of the Last Chance Showdown.
Hats off to Bill, who tightened up there going into 3. He could have made that bad, Marty. And he did the right thing, got on the binders, and sometimes it sucks to take the medicine, but that's exactly what Bill did. And you said, what a drive from Damian.
Damian Ward may have had the drive of the week, and I don't even think it's going to be even close. But let's go back and take a look at that finish, too, at the line, because that was tight. Scoring has Lanfear by 11 thousandths of a second. That's on our SDK Live timing. I don't know how it looks on our end of iRacing here, Zach. You know better than me, but look at this photo finish here. Coming down to the wire, it looks like it's Cool Thou's Lanfear with the heist of the century there at the end.
Yeah, 26 thousandths of a second there. I mean, what a steal there by Lanfear. And you got to think, Marty, if that finish line, is about 10, 15 feet closer, I don't know if he wins that thing.
We're trying to look at some other angles here. Okay, I got another angle that'll definitely show you how tight this was here coming down to the wire. This is, again, that same shot we were showing you, but let's get you the inside cam if we can. Look at that. Wow. Hang on, let's rewind this for the folks at home to show you how close this was. Wow. Imagine if that's the finish for $500 at the end, Zach.
Oh, we can only hope, Marty. And I'll tell you what, if Damian could get 16 in 20 laps, I can't wait to see how many he can get in 50.
Now, let's give you the results here from this B main. And again, top 4 transfer in Lanfear, Coulthal, Gamache, and Ward. That's how the back half of the field looks. Now, something to keep in mind here, too. Should we have some missing drivers that don't make the call to the dance, there will be some alternates scheduled just in case. I believe they're doing 5th and 6th as alternates, Ethan Bill and James Boniface Jr. And then the first non-qualifier out of this will receive actually a Dirt Modified membership courtesy of Regal Promotions eSports. Shout out to Andrew for helping us out with that. So, alrighty, with that being said, we're going to step aside and take a break here. This will be an extended break, so stay tuned here. We're going to show you the highlights as well from night 1 once we come back from commercials. And after that, hopefully it will be feature time by then. So stay with us. The DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0 Championship feature coming up in just a moment on DIRTcar eSports.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. Our team, Toyota Gazoo Racing. We make some seriously fast cars, like this one and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
March 1st and 2nd, World of Outlaws Bike Week Jamboree at Volusia Speedway Park. Get your tickets today at worldofoutlaws.com or call 844-DIRT-TICKS. Be there.
Is available now.
Raw horsepower, built on dirt. This is the World of Outlaws.
Let's rock and roll with the World of Outlaws.
Coming to Henry County Motorsports Park, presented by the Henry County Tourist Development Council.
It's all new and it's the greatest store on dirt. All the World of Outlaws and dirt car racing apparel and licensed merchandise under one roof. Visit online today for everything from shirts to hoodies, hats to collectibles. The greatest store on DIRT.com.
It's showtime!
5 laps to go at Attica Raceway Park.
Bobby Pierce leads the opening lap in 32. Into turn number 3.
One of the best. You got him. What's a tough blow on the turn?
Ladies and gentlemen, here come the late model.
Here's Sheldon to the inside. Slides on.
Race fans, the Federated Auto Parts DIRTcar Nationals is bigger than ever. From January 29th through February 14th at Volusia Speedway Park. See the World of Outlaws sprint cars and late models, plus American Sprint Car Series, USAC National Sprint Cars, the Super DIRTcar Series, and the DIRTcar UMP Modifieds. Ticket packages, camping, and more at DIRTcarnationals.com. Next winter, head south.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now, off at turn 4, night 1 prelim feature? It's time to get it on. My oh my, 4 wide off at turn number 2, and that's not wide enough for Charlotte from time to time. 3 wide here now for the 4th position. Lapwood to line, give it to Guffmanis in the number 2. It's Talbot and Eiler battling for the bottom step of the podium here. Carr and Henshaw going for the 5th spot. Ooh, hang on there. One car sideways, it's Brewer in the 39. One other car gets damaged, that being Carter in the 15. But other than that, Brewer, the only driver around. Yellow lights are on here on lap 6. Amongst the front 5, there you see the first move. Connor Dudek looking on Anthony Perego. The 7th spot up for grabs. Perego started back in 11th, right in the 7th spot, trying to make it into the top 10. Well, I should say trying to make it into the feature on Thursday night.
Let's take a look up front, Marty. Battle for the lead.
Guffmanis' first challenger of the night. It's Talon Willis after Willis set the quickest lap last time by at a 16:26. Talbot trying to make it a triple threat match here for the race lead.
That's exactly what Talbot needs. We can tell he's got a quick race car. Those two start mixing it up with each other. Look, there he goes on the outside. Oh!
Slight contact. Talbot scrapes the wall. No harm, no foul. We stay green.
Lamphere's got to try to get close enough to pick up the scraps here this time on the undercut. Can he follow? He's going to think about it. Nope, stays to the outside.
Meanwhile, in front of them, Perego and Brunger's racing really well for 7th. It could be 3 wide here off at turn number 2. Lamphere trying to show the nose on Dudek. Both of them go up the hill. Alti continuing to rip the lip, but he's able to clear on Dudek and Lamphere for 9th. White flag flies, final lap underway for the driver of the Thrill Factory, Winners Performance, JLR Technologies, number 2, making his way down the back into turn number 3. A performance that the Jinja Ninja will be proud of as his crew guy Ryan Guffmanis is taking it to victory lane. He wins the night 1 prelim for the Digital Dash 2.0.
Yeah, honestly, everything worked out tonight. Qualified P1, that helped a lot, and it just starting in the front of your heat. And, just being able to start up front like that is a big key to, success, like, with these races. And, it's just, I wasn't really thinking I was going to be that good, but because I didn't, get that much practice in. And I guess I didn't need that much practice.
We are back here on DIRTcar eSports. Our admins are warming up the grid here for the feature. The session's not loaded in just yet, so we're going to talk with some drivers while we were at it. And the first guy with us, I don't know if you can't really see him the best, as it's like he's got a tinted visor or something. But let me tell you something though here, Zach. He deserves this one. Damian Ward with the drive of the week so far, from last to getting the final transfer spot. Man, how in the world did you do that?
Honestly, was not looking forward to it. I almost didn't even show up tonight, but a couple people on Facebook told me just go. And I turned a lot of practice laps, got really comfortable with the setup and where the lines were, and was able to really just pick them off as fast as I could. My buddy Trey kept reminding me, no friends, just make the move, go. And when that caution came out at the end, I without that, I don't think I would have been able to do it, but that set me up, and I made the move on Ethan, and that's exactly what I needed.
I love seeing these comments here on your post you posted with the results, because I'm seeing comments flying in. I'm seeing Jordan Hill. I think one of your fellow racers said, "Told you so," or something like that. She was right.
She did.
Yeah.
A lot of people told me to just go run it, and I'm glad that they had the confidence in me that I didn't have.
Now, did you want that caution to come out or no?
I was begging for it a lot sooner, but honestly, I don't think it could have came out at a better time.
Zach, you got anything for Damian? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Damian. You mentioned the word confidence. Now, I would say, obviously, no money on the line, but to be main, just to make the show, that took a lot of confidence to run the way you did. And how much more do you have now? 50 laps, and You pass the same amount of guys in the same amount of time. I mean, you've still got 30 laps to go to work there, and you're inside the top 5. So how confident are you here when we roll into the A main?
There's a little bit more of a caliber of drivers in the A main, so we're gonna follow what Jordan and all those guys said, and what my friend Caleb Durgan told me right before I joined in on here, and just throw them over my shoulder and stay focused, lock down, and just go forward as best as I can.
Let me follow up on that too real quick. You just mentioned you and Caleb were talking. Caleb obviously won last night. What did you have to learn from him on anything that you could take toward the feature tonight without giving too much away, obviously?
Caleb's best way is to tell me that I didn't do good enough and go out and do better. He's made sure he let me know since about this time last night that just wasn't good enough. He had some confidence in me, and it obviously was granted, warranted. So I've ran with Caleb a lot over the past couple of years. I've learned a lot from racing with him. So I don't know if we'll get him, but we're going to try like hell.
Zach, you got anything else?
No, I mean, I'm anxious to see what he can do on the racetrack. I mean, I talked to plenty of guys today, Damian, that started way ahead of you, and they didn't have the confidence to go up there and pass, 5 or 6 guys, let alone go 16. What a drive, man. And, in a side bet, I'm definitely going to have to put some money on you.
Well, thank you. I'll do my best. You just make sure you keep your eyes on me.
Damian, anyone you want to give shout outs to before we let you go?
Yeah, I got to thank Majula C Speed Shop, Rocky Photography, Trey, Nick, Aaron, Caleb, all the people that commented on the Facebook post, everybody that was behind this race, setting it up. It means a lot to us guys in the big block community. We don't get a lot of stuff like this, and super looking forward to this. And yeah, that's about it.
Well, you'll like what we got as well coming up. We're able to share it too in a couple minutes. So stay on the stream, and you'll like what's coming up around the corner. So, but Damian, appreciate the time. Great job, and good luck tonight, man.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
Yes, you as well. And hopefully we're talking to Damian again. That would be a heck of a drive, going from 20th to 4th, a 24th spot all the way to a podium. My goodness. That would be absolutely absurd. So, got some other drivers here that we can talk with. Let's bring in our second place driver on the podium here. Typically we would feel bad for this guy if it was a feature, but hey, he's in the show no matter if it was losing out on a photo finish or not. Ryan Colthal. Ryan, heck of a race that you and Kyle put on there. Just what was that game plan throughout the B main you had?
Yeah, honestly, I knew I had to, be 4th or better, and I don't want to be the guy sitting on the bubble. So I just, want to make my way up and just be in a comfortable spot to where, where I, like I said, felt like where I felt comfortable, and I knew there was gonna be a lot of good cars behind me, and like I said, I just need to get in a good spot, just get into a rhythm there, and just do my thing. That's about it. Just honestly, I didn't even mean to go for the lead there. I just went to the bottom to protect, and it worked out pretty good for me. It was a good ending there, and we'll see what happens after 50 laps.
Zach, I'll let you take this one.
Now, Ryan, you kind of started there a little towards the front of the middle of the pack. Now it's going to be a different story here when we roll out for 50 laps towards the back. How do we find a way to dig ourselves through, man? Do we like the bottom? Is it a go where they aren't? Do you force your way through? How do we do this?
Yeah, I mean, it's typically like a go where they aren't type of thing. Like if everybody's stacked up on the top, I'm gonna try something on the bottom. It's just always how I've been. You can't pass the guy if you're running the same line as him. You always gotta try something different. And even like the last lap of that Conti, I tried something different and it worked out. But like I said, hopefully we can avoid some wrecks, pick them off one by one, and see where it puts us. I'm excited, and like I said, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that led me into my next one. You said you will see some wrecks. What do you expect? Because I've got to be honest, man. With how much money we got on the line, an $1,800 total purse here, I think you guys have been pretty clean and respectful. Do we expect more than 2 or 3 cautions tonight? What do you think?
Yeah, I think mistakes are going to happen. It happens on the game. It happens in real life. I feel like there's going to be some wrecks, but we got a good caliber of drivers in here, and I think we're gonna put on a good show. I was watching this stream when you're hyping me up about the I rating and stuff, but I'm rusty. I took like a 3-year break off the game, and it's like I'm trying to get back into a rhythm here and try to get my my Gojo back on here. And I was like, oh man, this is rough. And even when I saw myself into a Conti, I was like, oh man, like I can't look like a fool out here. So, I've been putting in the work these past few days, just trying to get dialed in and race with some good buddies, and and I guess it paid off, but it'll really pay off if we can come from deep in the field and hopefully pull this thing off. It'll be awesome.
Well, I actually saw you ran recently with the iRacing Champions League. And you got back in it on the asphalt side, winning an SK mod at Concord. But yeah, like you mentioned, it's been a while since you've really gotten back on the dirt grind on iRacing. Like, how do you try and find your way back into things? Is there like a little ring rust that you're dealing with too at the same time, or not really? Do you really like get the feel like a couple laps into like a practice session or something like that?
Honestly, with all the changes that are being made with like iRacing and stuff, when I took the break like 3 years ago, whenever it was, like there was a whole new tire model that came out. There's a bunch of different lines that were, coming in and stuff, and I wasn't used to any of that. So running officials and, getting like tutored in a way, by some like fellow competitors and some really good guys that are on the sim, like Damien and Caleb and Ethan, Bill, like everybody, and just getting tips and just trying to follow what they do, getting the gist of things, and it's all about the throttle control. Honestly, it's just it's just a whole new learning curve again. Work so hard for something, and then something else comes out, and you take such a long break. It's like you try to get back into it, and I race everything. I race asphalt, I race dirt, but I race asphalt in real life, so I'm starting to put my focus more towards asphalt on the game. It's just bouncing back and forth. It's a little bit of a harder transition, but it's I still got it in me. I think I just need to prove myself here.
Let me ask you this: where do you race in real life?
I race crate modifieds in Northeast. I live up here in New Jersey.
Okay.
So my home track's Wall Stadium. The year before. Not this past year, but the year before, I was racing all over North Carolina and stuff. So, I'm an asphalt guy, but I love the dirt racing. A lot of my buddies race dirt in real life, and it's just I don't know. For some reason, I race asphalt in real life, but I always race dirt on here. So.
Well, before I let you go, Ryan, anyone you want to give shout outs to?
Yeah, I just got to thank everybody that put this whole show on. You guys for broadcasting. Everybody tuning in to watch, and I just hope we put on an awesome show here.
Alrighty. Well, Ryan, we'll let you go. Great job. Best of luck in this feature tonight. $500 up for grabs and an $1,800 purse. We'll see how you do.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
All right, no problem. That's Ryan Coulthal making it in, coming out a second. I mentioned this as well to Damien at the end, and we did get the green light as well earlier today that we can announce this. But a quick turnaround. After we get done this week here with the Digital Dash 2.0, our next race coming up in the spring for DIRTcar eSports. We're going to have a lot of fun with this one. We'll keep it on the modified side, but it's going to be 358s at Volusia. The DIRTcar eSports Spring Break Prelim will be happening from March 10th to the 12th live on DIRTcar Racing. And registration, I believe, is going to begin on Monday. So don't want to miss out on that. I'm excited. Volusia is one of my favorite tracks on iRacing, as you know, Zach. It could just get crazy out of hand. You just never know.
No, and it's one of those racetracks where, you've got the outside the whole way around, and we'll see the bottom come in late if you're willing to, as you were hearing those guys talk about throttle control. And I cannot stress enough, because I'm good friends with Dino here. He got so many messages saying, hey, can I still sign up? Can I still sign up at the beginning of the week? You heard Marty say registration opens Monday. Sign up as soon as you see the link. Don't mess around. This thing's going to fill up.
Yeah, and I'm checking as well here. Yeah, there will be a discount if you enter early, like an early bird. So, well, we just got news from the admins. Feature session is up. So for the drivers that may be watching on the YouTube channel, feature session is up. So go out and get your warm-ups done. In the meantime, we're going to step aside here real quick, take another break. When we come back, we'll talk. We'll see if we have some more time to talk with some drivers, and then we'll get into the 50-lap feature. Stay with us. DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0. DIRTcar eSports. Stay with us.
Race fans, the Federated Auto Parts Dirt Car Nationals is bigger than ever. From January 29th through February 14th at Volusia Speedway Park. See the world of outlaws, sprint cars, and late models. Plus, American Sprint Car Series, USAC National Sprint Cars, the Super Dirt Car Series, and the DIRTcar UMP Modifieds. Ticket packages, camping, and more at DIRTcarnationals.com. Next winter, head south.
It's showtime!
5 laps to go at the Raceway Park.
Bobby Pierce leads the opening lap in 32. Into turn number 3 on a 2.
You wanted the best. You got it. What's a Tesla?
Ladies and gentlemen, here come the late models.
Here's Sheldon to the inside. Slide on.
It's all new and it's the greatest store on dirt. All the world of outlaws and dirt car racing apparel and licensed merchandise under one roof. Visit online today for everything from shirts to hoodies, hats to collectibles. The greatest store on dirt.com.
World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24 is available now.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. Our team, Toyota Gazoo Racing. We make some seriously fast cars, like this one and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
March 1st and 2nd, World of Outlaws Bike Week Jamboree at Volusia Speedway Park. Get your tickets today at worldofoutlaws.com or call 844-DIRT-TICKS. Be there. Raw horsepower, built on dirt. This is the World of Outlaws.
Let's rock and roll with the World of Outlaws.
Coming to Henry County Motorsports Park, presented by the Henry County Tourist Development Council.
prepping for feature time here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. You don't want to miss out on this on the 50 lap DIRTcar eSports Digital Dash 2.0. Marty Sakala with you alongside Zach Chapman, and man, I tell you what, I am super stoked for what is ahead of us here tonight, Shaggy.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. 24 of the best big block modified drivers on iRacing. And some, that play around in real life, Marty, as we've talked about this week. I mean, you look at anybody, on this list, you throw a dart, you got a decent chance here at winning some money. This thing's going to be a lot of fun. And I don't mean to highlight somebody who we just talked to, Marty, but no, Cool Thou was trying to play off, hey, it's been a while. I'm new to this thing. When you bring up the time chart, he's P2 right now. That 510 is going to be somebody to watch.
Absolutely will. We'll bring you and I back in here because we got about, 7-8 minutes left before we go racing here for our 50-lap feature this evening. Want to take this opportunity here while we are at it to shout out some of our sponsors here throughout the week. And without them, this Digital Dash is definitely not possible. Our prelim sponsors, first off, Land of Legends Raceway presenting night number 1, DIRTcar Northeast sanctioned track out in Canandaigua, New York, with big block modified, sportsmen's, 305 sprints, street stocks, hobby stocks, and new legend sportsman Matt Williamson, Super DIRTcar Series champion, track champion in the big block division, and so much more I could talk about them. Super DIRTcar Series will be headed there twice this year. Check out landoflegendsraceway.com for more details. HigFab Chassis sponsoring night number 2 this week, and Cody Higbee. I've known Cody for about a year or two or so. He's a phenomenal modified driver out in the southern tier, Thunder Mountain in particular. I appreciate HigFab Chassis doing some work with us. Regal Promotions Esports, Andrew Regal, one of our admins for DIRTcar eSports, also promotes his own modified series, and Regal does a great job there. Finally, Whiplash SimCams, our race format sponsor, and also providing the pictures that you see here all week long at the Dirt Track at Charlotte Motor Speedway, providing those excellent campers. So,
see, Uncle Ron said what's up to us, Marty. What is going on, Uncle Ron? Good to see you.
Ron's checking in. Let's check in with a couple of other people here. One thing, I'll bring this back to the live feed here. I was having some technical issues on my end, but we're good to go. Put this back into scenic mode here. We'll pull up the times here. I had this on my notes too, but I haven't mentioned it just yet. Damien, was mentioned in the chat. Damien races weekly at Albany, Saratoga in the street stock division. That's why I mentioned he's a fellow racer of some other drivers that are watching as well in the chat. Also a 4-cylinder champion out at Glen Ridge. So let's see who else is watching here. We got Ryan Guffman's fan club checking in. I have to assume the Jinja Ninja Jack Lehner is watching tonight, hoping his crew guy takes the win. Guffmanis, for those wondering, third on track at the moment at a 15:35. Let's pull up the best lap times here. For those wondering, Talbot Quick is 15:301. Let's see who else is. We had Ethan Bill fan all the way from San Diego. Hey, they love the modifieds all the way from New York, all the way out west to California. So we got also Drew Alton fan checking in. Drew currently 4th quick in the charts at the moment at a 15:36. Nice lap time for him. Yeah, if you're watching the chat, let us know. We'll give you some shout outs here on the air as we're talking with some of our fans here. Again, next DIRTcar eSports race for us will be a quick turnaround here. Mid-March with 358s at Fallujah for spring break, I guess you can consider it. March 10th to the 12th at Fallujah Speedway Park. Registration should begin on Monday with a 50-lap 358 feature at the end. Same payout, $500 to win, $1,800 purse. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Don't miss out on that. So
bring extra sunscreen, Marty.
And whatever you do, do not feed the gators in the pond. So I've never been to Volusia. I want to check it out. You know, speaking of which, you know, we've been promoting the DIRTcar Nationals throughout these past couple of weeks here on our esports pages. And first night of the Nats are tonight. Dirt Vision with the live coverage. They've got the American Sprint Car Series plus DIRTcar UMP Modifieds. It's happening tonight until the 31st. UMPs will get their own shows Monday and Tuesday. Then they'll be on the undercard with the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars from the 4th through the 7th. Then you've got DIRTcar Late Models and USAC Sprint Cars on February 9th to the 10th. Then the late models will pair up with the Super DIRTcar Series on the February 11th. And then the World of Outlaw Late Models and the Super DIRTcar Series team together February 12th to the 14th to close out DIRTcar National. Nothing like Florida in February, so.
Lines at Disney World are not long. That's when you should go. That's when I went as a kid. Definitely want to go in February.
Let's talk about a couple of drivers here in the field while we wait to go racing here. Peyton Talbot, he was one of my picks to win earlier this week. Started third, actually finished third. I should correct myself. So with that, Talbot will be starting fifth here tonight. What do you think it's going to take for him to take the win here at the end?
I mean, a smooth start because I think that's when it's going to be the most chaotic. And I hear all these guys talk about, you know, if you damage the left front, Marty, maybe not a big deal. Get that right front knocked out of tow at all, you are in big trouble. So you got to keep it clean. And I mean, we also mentioned last night, not to talk out of both sides of my mouth here, but track position's important. So you've got to be clean, but you got to be willing to, you know, make that thing wide, hold on to your track position. You don't want to fall deep in the pack.
Well, our night one winner, Ryan Guffmanis, started from pole position. And then we had Caleb Durgan in the 17. I want to say he started on the front row last night. Our pole sitter was Dylan Yeager, who will start fourth this evening. Yeager currently 8th quickest on the charts. We obviously, those two, we got to keep an eye on our Super DIRTcar Series regulars too. They're starting 12th and 13th tonight. Felix Waugh in car number 91. When Waugh had a good run right in the top 5, got spun just a little bit over around 10 laps to go or so, recovered. Finished in the 6th position. So to make his way in, Anthony Perego also in the show. He'll start 13th tonight. So you see that? Checkers in the practice session. You know what that means. 50 laps in the DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0. Let's meet the field and give you tonight's starting lineup. On the pole, Ryan Guffmanis. He's in the 0-2 to the outside. Caleb Durgan in the 17. Both of our prelim winners from last night. The runner-ups from last night. Row number 2, Talon Willis in the 10. Next to Dylan Yeager in the 48. Row 3, Utica Roan regular Peyton Talbot in the 114 to the outside. Dalton DeWert in the 82. The 4th row has Chance Carr in the 2 next to Curtis Griffin in the 304. And rounding out the top 10, Braden Eiler in the number 5 and Chad Lackey in the 66. Zach?
Row 6 to the inside, the 3 of Cole Henschel to the top shelf, the 91 of Felix Waugh. Row 7 to the inside, the 4 of Anthony Perego to the outside, the 35 of Nick Cooper. The 916 of Nick Brundage lines up on the inside of row 8 to the outside, the 07 of Tyler Yurden. Row 9 to the inside, the 100 of Drew Alton to the outside, Mr. Excitement in the 16, Matt Barber. And row 10 to the inside, the 7 of Connor Dudek to the outside, the man who I can't believe even made the show, Marty, the 85 of Tyler Shell.
He's been hanging on for dear life. He's Mr. Clutch all week long. Final drivers here in the field. Row 11, Kyle Landfear in the 19, Ryan Colthow in the 510. And the final row for this evening, Elliot Gamache in the 004 and Damian Ward in the 32. You see Ethan Bill and James Boniface on the grid. They were our 2 alternates just in case. but the entire field of 24 have made the call to green. Alrighty, 50 laps around the corner. Zach, pick to win. Actually, hold that thought. Hold that thought, Zach. We've got a sight for sore eyes here.
Yes, we do. Look at that view.
The ground-pounding, earth-shaking, window-rattling beasts of the Northeast. 4 wide, thanking you for attending this evening. Get up on your feet, make some noise for these drivers. The big block modifieds. They are 4 wide before they start to slip and slide. At a turn number 4, it's DIRTcar eSports. It's the DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0. Yeah, baby. We are ready to do battle. Alrighty, Zach. Picks to win. Who do you got?
All right, I guess I'm going to take the man lining up on the outside of the front, the Dirty Dig Performance Machine, the man out of Peru, New York, the 17 of Caleb Durgan.
You know, I'm going to go with the guy that has just looked dominant all week long. Give me the driver, that number 2, Ryan Gafmanis from pole position.
Well, we got real original, Marty. We went with the front row.
Lights are off the iRacing pace truck. Here we go. 24 cages of cold metal with hot rubber at the corners, set to do battle for 50 laps. It is time to shake and bake, because where else would you rather be than right here, right now? It's the DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0. It's time to get it on. Gafmanis and Durgan side by side for the race lead. Durgan, a little small slider here on the number 2. Durgan leads lap number 1. Talon Willis tries to look underneath. Gafmanis slams the door. The low side, the place to be early here, Zach.
Yeah, and Durgan mentioned last night how important it was to own that track position. That's much more important than the tire wear, he said. Able to get out front, shut the door. Everybody else going to follow the train here.
Willis trying the second groove here around the outside of Gafmanis. Gonna drive the Madrilla C Speed Shop. Get around the 2 for second. The Madrilla C team all over Gafmanis. Dylan Yeager in that 4th position. Remember, the last Digital Dash race we had a couple years ago, it was Evan C from that Speed Shop team that took his modified to victory lane. Right off the top 5, Chance Carr starting back in the 7th position early. He's right in the pit spot. But watch Gafmanis trying to show the nose underneath on Willis, but the number 10 car has gone the longer way around and has moved up to that runner-up spot.
Keep your eyes on Anthony Perego, Marty. Already up 4 spots, up to 9th. That 4 going everywhere he needs to go. Just past the guy on the outside. Now he takes a peek on the inside of Henschel here, but he can't get the run.
Oh, we got trouble in the back. It's Felix Waugh, the 91. The left front is gone. Matt Barber also collected in this one. No caution flag, though. We stay green for now. 4 cars under a blanket, battling for the runner-up spot. Willis, Yeager, Carr, and Gafmanis. And now the caution flag flies on lap number 7. So 1, I believe he may have gone a lap down. I'm not too sure. He'll take his quick repair and get that car back on the track. You know, they say sometimes you can 3-wheel it without the left front, but unfortunately in iRacing, they say it a little bit differently. So, first caution flag of the night here. Here's a look at what happened with Hollywood. That's actually before. That's actually when the yellow flag was caused. This is what caused him to lose the left front, though.
He just drives in a little deep, and you'll see him get into the back of Lackey here or there, and then he gets a little bump in the rear and collects the donut, Marty.
Barber there, Mr. Excitement, with absolutely nowhere to go. He's right on board with Hollywood. That's Connor Dudek to the outside of him. It just touches the back of Lackey in that 66. And I tell you what, I think, though, at the same time, that touch on the back of from Barber from behind, I think that actually helped Wah at the same time because, let's just say this. If Barber doesn't tap him, I think Wah's turtled up on top of that Uke tire.
Yeah, me and you were on the same page there, Marty. I think because we already saw he barely hopped over it. I think without that little Mario Kart speed boost he got there, he would have been stuck.
7 laps complete here. And our championship feature, $500 to win. Lights are off. Caleb Durgan selects the inside line for this restart. Talon Willis to the outside. That's row number 1. Yeager and Guffmanis, row 2. Carr and Talbot, row 3. You've got Dalton DeWeer and Cole Hedshow, row 4. Perego and Eiler round out the top 5. Durgan fires. We're back to green. '17 car able to hold serve. Look at Talbot, 3 wide off at turn number 2. Scrapes the wall, trying to find his way past Guffmanis. 4 wide. Look at the Ant-Man go. Perego trying to get closer and closer. He just went 2 for 1 down there at the line. Passes Henshaw and passes DeWert as they are all scattered, smothered, and covered off for turn 2. In the words of Rick Eshelman.
I mean, just showcasing his talents all over this place.
There.
We got a little stack up.
Nick Cooper got hooked off the back of, I think that was Kyle Landfear, but everyone keeps it straight and saves it. We stay under the green flag for right now.
Yeah, and should say, Marty, Wah, he did stay on the lead lap. Felix already back inside the top 20, up to 20th here, so don't count him out yet. 40 laps, a long time.
Yeah, you see there, Wah on the bottom of the timing tower. With that margin in the back, he is a lead lap car. Here goes Carr on Guffmanis. Battle for the 4th position is on here in the turns 1 and 2. Now, the low line was the place to be early here, but I think that's changed here, Zach. Everyone wants to try and get up to the cushion and rip the lip.
Yeah, I think, I mean, a couple drivers told us they would be worried about tires the first 10 laps or so, then it was time to go. And I think that may be what we're seeing here as opposed to where we saw Perego using the outside early on to kind of get by guys. Now he's having trouble holding on. Perego's going to lose a spot there. Slide job by Brundage. Cuts back underneath, gets it back. Man, these guys are running hard.
Perego started back in the 13th position, right in 8th, but he's got a bunch of drivers chasing after him, looking for a spot. Here goes the run underneath by Brundage. Slide job of the 916. The Ant-Man able to counter it back off for 4. Perego hanging on to 8th for the line for right now.
Yeah, but the problem is, Marty, with how hard they're running each other, the guy there, Cole Henschel, in 7th, he's walking away. Top 7 kind of doing their own thing right now.
Henschel, no ring rust 1 bit after playing baseball at Kentucky. Trying to challenge Peyton Talbot for the 6th position. Modified driver against a sportsman driver from Utica Rome. Chance Carr and Guffmanis up there as well, racing for spots. And I think all these drivers here are just trying to get a feel for the track, racing each other, and at the same time trying to force their opponents into making a mistake here. Brundage, meanwhile, through 3 and 4, another slider on Perego. They've been treating this track like it's Slide Job City throughout this feature. And Connor Dudek's just watching this when he's having fun enjoying the battle in front of him.
Yeah, you remember when, Marty, when Damian tried to lie to us and say it was going to be a little harder? Check that out, up 11 spots, started 24th, up to 13th. And there's big contact behind, but we keep going. Matt Barber, I believe, involved. Or maybe it was Tyler Yurden, but either way, we keep rolling.
Yeah, no caution flag. We stay under the green flag. Meanwhile, we're working on lap number 20. It's Caleb Durgan, the race leader, with his gap and a half second on Dylan Yeager. Trouble for Ryan Guffmanis in the 2. Actually, no, he may have neck-coded, I should say, in particular. I don't see Guffmanis at the racetrack anymore. Did he maybe have an internet issue, possibly? We'll have to see. Side by side on track here. This is Carr against Henschel. Final spot in the top 5. Up for grabs. Henschel trying to slider. He leaves Carr the lane.
Can't confirm, Marty. That is exactly what happened to Guffmanis, and that is, man, what a heartbreak. The wonders of virtual racing.
Yep. Our prelim night 1 winner. Done for the evening with technical difficulties. Here's Henschel again, trying downstairs on Carr. Fifth spot up for grabs. Another slider by the Sunrise Landscaping ride. Car able to counter it back. And meanwhile,
right now,
I don't think we mentioned this yet. Zach, who took one of the drivers who's taking advantage of this long run. Dylan Yeager, the 48's up to second. These were the two drivers that battled for the win last night. Higher stakes up for grabs. Trouble yellow. Drew Alton around in turn 2.
Yeah, it's neat how that stuff works out, isn't it, Marty? And you're going to see Drew. I mean, this is as racing as it gets here, Marty. Two guys meet in the middle. He tries to throw that slide job. And see that Sunrise machine running a cut down, and here we go.
There's contact there off the 5 of Eiler.
And that's Chance in the Sunrise machine. But boy, man, those paints look so similar. Or not Chance, Cole Henschel, excuse me.
Just right on board there off of Eiler. You were mentioned as well, and the chat's take a little bit of notice on this here. Let's pull up the leaderboard once again. I think we can do this now. But take a look at the biggest movers here on the track. Look closely at that number 32 car. Actually, that's in the back of the field. Let's go back up to the front. Look at the number 32 car up at 11. Damian Ward, biggest mover, up 13 spots. Connor Dudek is up 11 in the 7 in 8. That's a little something to keep your eye on here as we're approaching the halfway point here in DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0. Here's a fun fact about Dylan Yeager. A couple years ago, DIRTcar eSports held a pretty cool race. It was before Super Dirt Week 50. It was with the modifieds at Weed Sports Speedway at the time. Yeager, the New Jersey native, took the checkered flag in that one. And he won a trip to Super Dirt Week 50 out of that at Oswego Speedway. Had the time of his life. Looking to get another win in a modified, this time at the Home of the World Finals. Durgan once again selected the bottom here for this restart. Willis and Talbot row 1. Carr and Henshaw row 3. Brundage and Dudek row 4. Perego and Eiler round out the top 10. Let's see if Yeager can time this restart properly here. Back to the green flag. Next time by, cross flags will be shown halfway home. Here goes Willis, the slider on his teammate for second. But watch Chance Carr looking to go 2 for 1. Contact with Dylan Yeager. Hang on there, Yeager. Connor Dudek stacked up. The 48 goes around. And somehow, nobody hit the 48. Unbelievable. The driver running second in this one has fallen to the back. Now let's take a look at what happened here, Zach.
I've got to be honest, Marty. I hate using those internet terms, but as I look above here, I'm going up to the blimp cam. I mean, they do make a little bit of contact. There's definitely some net code involved. You could tell. I believe that's Chance Carr on the bottom. He is trying to come out of that. It's not like he's trying to drive through him. It's just the wonders, and they make contact, get piled in from behind, and it makes it a lot worse than it originally was.
Yeah, both drivers there fighting for the same piece of real estate at the same time. Yeager was driving in there in like road racing. Yeager would definitely say that it's his line, but Carr did have the nose underneath too at the same time. That's a tough break for Yeager. Was running second before the yellow flag flew. So
now it gives these guys a little reset here, Marty, at basically the halfway point. So now they know it's go time. It's basically an official feature now. If we're running an official race, it's go time. Time to drop the hammer.
And so this will be a single file restart because a green flag lap, I don't believe, was completed before the yellow flew. So it will be single file. So we'll have and last single file restart, I believe we had in a feature, eventually led to a long run in the end, which was in night 1 of our prelim race. Durgan the leader, Willis second, Chance Carr third, Peyton Talbot fourth, Nick Brundage. Keep an eye on him. He's now in 5th. Cole Henshaw in 6th. Connor Dudek 7th. Anthony Perego was 8th. Braden Eiler 9th. And Damian Ward rounds out the top 10. We are halfway home. Cross flags are up. 25 up and 25 down. Durgan holding serve. Carr trying to make the first move. Underneath Talon Willis for second. Let's see if Carr can get his number 2 to come to life. We'll just have to see. The RPS modified driver finishing runner-up in points. Chasing after Willis and Durgan for the lead, but can't get even. Willis trying to pull away for that runner-up spot.
Yeah, and I think everybody's trying to pull away from that 32 of Damian Ward. You can't have any more cautions. You got to be able
Here we go.
to hear up in the front. Oh, here
Willis
we go. Never mind.
A slide job by Talon. Durgan able to counter it back. Contact to the back, I believe, between Carr. Oh, we got trouble in the back. And that's Cole Henshaw in the 3. Another driver in the top 5. Man, oh man.
And, people talk about, throwing a bomb. I mean, he threw a nuke there, Marty. That was a big one. And a couple guys going to end up paying for it.
It sounds like Parego may have been involved in this accident as well. Let's take a look at the replay. Henshaw drives us in, tries the slide job, but Talbot was there, not clear. And Parego was involved in that accident too. Let's run on board with Henshaw first. Yep, goes in, tries for the slide job, but Peyton's right there. Right on board with Parego here too. Yeah, he was committed up top. You can see now that's experience right there, obviously, out of Parego, who's been racing the big blocks for, I want to say about half a decade, if not a full decade, but regardless, Parego on the brakes early, good car control. It was committed on the outside, had absolutely nowhere to go.
Not only that, you mentioned his experience, where you could tell he's on the brakes, Marty, but he doesn't come out of the gas. You gotta keep it throttled a little bit, or you're gonna come off the bars, and that, I mean. Nobody else on iRacing, I think, avoids that wreck. What a job there.
So Durgan, the race leader, the airborne sportsman driver who won last June, restarting next to Talon Willis, a B-Mod driver. Chance Carr in 3rd, Peyton Talbot 4th, and Nick Brundage, a sportsman driver out at Albany, Saratoga, who won there in June, rounded out the top 5. We're approaching 20 laps to go. Oh, Talbot trying to get that run on turn 2, hugging the concrete wall, but Willis and Carr drag racing. Brundage, a little tight. Caught the quarter pad on Payton. Everybody's stacking up. Parego even getting involved in that last accident. He's going for a top 5 spot, but look at that 32. Damian Ward trying to get a spot there. They were just about 5 wide down the back chute, Zach.
Yeah, now they're continuing 4 wide here. Unbelievable. I mean, guys can smell the money. Cash register's coming out, 20 to go.
Dudek rode the wall, found a way to keep it straight. Look at this. This looks like Talladega through 1 and 2. 4 wide once again. Dudek off of Felix Waugh goes. Oh, he saved it again. Oh, my goodness. This is just edge of your seat action. 3 wide, and look at Damian Ward on the outside. From last up to 8th, up 16 spots. Cool. Now we talked about him underneath of that 35. He's up 13 spots into 9. A lot of drivers from the B-Main are having phenomenal races, Zach.
I mean, they just kept the nose clean. They saved it for when it matters, and they're turning and burning. We are going to have a heck of a race here, Marty. 17 laps left to go. Almost the battle for the lead.
Look up near the front there, indeed. Willis all over that spoiler of Caleb Durgan. Chance Carr there in 3rd, off board with the 10. Diamond there through 3 and 4. Keep an eye on Brundage, though, in 5th. Also a Majula C driver, but a slide job for Willis. He's got the lead from now. Durgan able to counter it back off for turn number 2. Same move that Yeager tried to pull on Durgan in the final laps last night. And another slider from Durgan. It's slide job city, but look at Chance Carr. He is all over the top 2 that are drag racing into 1. I think it was Willis on the line that last time by.
What a commitment by Durgan there to ride the rim. Oh, he pinched him. They make contact. Here we go.
This is hard racing for $500 up for grabs. Durgan hanging off the lead as he clears Talon Willis into one.
Here comes Damian Ward, too, knocking on the door of the top 5. Welcome to P6 as he gets around Perego.
And Curtis Griffin in that 34, 3 wide once again off at turn 4. It's Willis and Carr for second. Willis edging out the 2 car at the line. And here comes the Utica Road Sportsman champ. Peyton Talbot is there on Willis and Carr.
500, 250, 150. That's the payment for the top 3. That's what they're fighting for. Lots of money on the line here, Marty.
Here goes Willis underneath for the top spot. Willis doesn't throw the slide job this time. Trying to gain some bite off for turn number 2. Does he have it down the back into turn number 3? No, Durgan tries to cut him off. Willis with a slider on caution flag waves with 12 laps to go. And it's for Henschel again, and it looks like we got Dudek Lanfear also involved in a yellow flag. But folks, take a deep breath. This is wild action, and it may just get wilder from here on out. Let's see what happened. Dudek and Lanfear look to be the cause of this one. Dudek had been basically fighting an angry car. Oh, a sent too deep by Lanfear into the back of the 7. Dudek goes around. Now they saved it here, but what happened to Cole Henschel in his big block?
This is a rough one, Marty, but I think we can watch the replay. Will do the talking.
Oh, he lost the suspension, I think. If not, he just completely lost a lot of grip. Oh, no. That's a controller issue he's having, I think. That's a rough break there for Henschel. Alrighty. This has been a phenomenal race we're seeing all around. It doesn't even matter if we're seeing more passes just inside the top 5 or not. This has been phenomenal to watch here tonight, and it's double file in the witching hour of DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0. Durgan and Willis, that's the front row. Peyton Talbot, Chance Carr, row number 2. Nick Brundage, Damian Ward in row number 3. Curtis Griffin, Anthony Perego, row 4. Ryan Coulthau, and Nick Cooper, the Land of Legend sportsman driver. He rounds out the top 5 of the moment. 10 laps shootout, if not 11 laps shootout, to find out who's taking $500. Good restart from Durgan. Willis dealt with some contact. Carr was able to edge out Willis for second there at the line. Don't count out that 2 car just yet. 10 laps of racing to go for Caleb Durgan. Willis and Carr continue to duke for 4th. And look at Damian Ward. He is now in the top 5 and has passed Nick Brundage.
My screen hasn't left that 32 car for the last 10 laps. He told us to watch him. I'm gonna. Unbelievable. Here he goes.
Look at this,
to the podium.
Willis tries the crossover. Ward tries the slide job. Meanwhile, it doesn't work. Close battles here, but the race for the lead is on. Talon Willis drives it into 3 deep. Slide job by the number 10, and he catches the wall, though. He has to get back into it. They were 6 wide across the start-finish line, and they're being big in a big crash. Carr and Perego hard in the wall. Caution flag waves again. That is just drivers fighting for it. Valley, you've got Matt Barber, who's last lost the car. Nick Cooper, I believe, caught a piece of the action there. Look at what happened.
Yeah, I don't think you can play the blame game here, Marty. I mean, Talon gets in the outside wall, and they're all fighting over real estate, just pinballing around.
Absolutely.
And Chance, man, he ends up with the worst of it. That's a tough break.
On board Perego. Yeah, he just tried to avoid it. Absolutely nowhere to go with Carr coming in front of him. And that may be the end of the night for the Ant-Man. Nope, he's still going to go here, correction, but chances for a very good finish may have just gone down the drain. Braden Eiler on board. Absolutely.
Can't stress
nowhere to
though,
go.
Marty.
Go ahead.
Here too, how cool it is. I mean, you had mentioned cool out. I mean, 2 drivers from the B main in the top 6. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's
I mean, that's
just
unbelievable.
That's absurd. Damian Ward is up 20 spots into 4th. Ryan Coulthal up 16 into 6th. That's the oppo where Nick Cooper will go back to live coverage. And we should have 7 laps of racing to go. A single file restart. Durgan leading. Peyton Talbot has now moved up into the runner-up position. Talon Willis dropped to 3rd after catching the wall off of risking the biscuit with a slide job. Damian Ward is 4th. Nick Brundage rounds out the top 5. Here we go, back to the green. Whatever you got left in the tank, you gotta basically use it all. Here goes Ward, trying to break into a podium spot. Another slider by the 32. Able to get it to pay off for right now. Willis counters it back. The time car edges out the line with 6 to go for 3rd. Watch Brundage though, and Coulthal, the B-main driver to the bottom. Big set from Ward into turn 3. As he goes up the hill, Willis takes the 3rd spot back. They're trading the sliders once more with 5 laps to go, but it's Durgan and Talbot running away with it for right now, Zach.
Yes, they are. They are loving what's going on behind. I mean, these 4, we have no idea who's going to be on that bottom step right now. Looking like the front 2 got it sealed here. Can Peyton get to the back of Durgan? I don't know. He's running out of time.
4 laps of racing to go for Caleb Durgan, our prelim night 2 winner. Caution flag though waves. Tyler Yurden has spun his number 07. The cautions are breeding cautions in the final laps of this one. Everyone racing for what they got. Here's a look. Ooh, Shell just caught the 4, but this was different. 7 catches the 5 of Weiler racing for 12th.
Yeah, Yurden wants to send it up there. Eiler's kind of running that cut down. He's following the car in front of him, and they're just, I mean, they're fighting over real estate property there. That's just a tough break.
So how do you set this up here if you're Talbot with 4 laps to go, Zach?
Well, not to put more pressure on him, I think Peyton would admit this. He kind of blew that last restart. You've gotta, I mean, you gotta keep it within, 2 to 3 car lengths here. Allow yourself to go to work. Maybe throw a slider on the bottom if Durgan's willing to try to wind up the toy there through 1 and 2 on the out lap. But it all starts with that restart. I mean, if you're Talbot, you almost got to be risking jumping this thing. Just try to go time it as best as you can.
Willis had a chance to win it, but I think he's going to look back on that slide job and a little bit too much of the wall there.
Yeah, I think he's going to be happy though that he's still got some money in the pocket, because that could have cost him a lot of money, that slide job.
Absolutely. Well, here we go. 4, if not 3 laps of racing remaining in this one. Durgan, Talbot, Willis, or the field. $500 up for grabs here. Critical restart in the late stages at Charlotte.
And honestly, another great restart for Durgan there, Marty. I mean, Talbot's 3/10 behind. He's really going to have to go. He's got to be perfect from here.
And he's got pressure, too, from Talon Willis. Willis working the cushion through 3 and 4. 2 sticks up in the air. 2 laps to go for Caleb Durgan. And here comes Willis. He's got to get 1 car a lap. The slider, though, doesn't work that time.
He's Durgan's best friend right now, though. Caleb's going to love seeing Talon throw those moves as the white flag waves. 1 lap to play, Marty.
Durgan defending the slider line there through 3 and 4. The driver of the Durgan Dig Performance in Gears Unlimited, number 17, down the back into turn number 3, the airborne regular, a Wotel regular. $500 richer off for turn 4, Caleb Durgan, the DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0 champion.
Look at that celebratory donut. Oh, man, Marty, I'm getting goosebumps. You can feel the excitement. I bet you that house Oh, man, it's like a circus in there right now.
Talbot in second, Willis in third, Brundage fourth, Damian Ward fifth. And Durgan almost knocked out there the lights for just a moment, but probably without question, the biggest win of Caleb Durgan's career. He's a top 10 driver, like I mentioned, in the Wotel Super Late Model Series. But a big block modified in DIRTcar eSports. Maybe the sweetest of them all. Top three posing for. We'll get set to pose for a photo, and let's bring up the results here from this evening in a great race. Durgan the winner by 0.4 of a second on Peyton Talbot. Talon Willis in third. Nick Brundage in fourth. Damian Ward fifth. Ryan Quilthau in sixth. Dalton DeWard seventh. Felix Waugh, great recovery from a wreck to finish eighth after losing the left front. Curtis Griffin ninth. And Elliot Gamache rounded out the top 10. Should mention Damian Ward, our hard charger, up 19 spots to finish in the fifth position. At the rest of the field, and I don't know if you just heard that, Zach. Durgan just blew the motor up.
Yes, I did. Well, you know, that may cost a little more than 500 here, but at least he had some fun.
Tyler Shaw 11th, Braden Eiler 12th, Nick Cooper 13th, Anthony Parego 14th, Chance Carr 15th, Tyler Earden 16th, Kyle Lanfear 17th, Drew Alton 18th, Connor Dudek 19th, Matt Barber, Cole Henschel, Chad Lackey, Dylan Yeager, Ryan Gufmanis, all did not finish the race.
But we should say, Marty, they left with more than they brought. Everybody 13 through 24th, they're at least getting their $25. Right?
Absolutely.
So they had 3 nights of fun. I mean, what more can you ask for?
Yes, without question. This has been a lot of fun, but the man that probably had the most fun of them all, the driver of the number 17, Caleb Durgan, DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0 champion. How does that feel, buddy?
It's it's really cool. We Talent was probably the better car, but sometimes the better car doesn't win. So I'll take it. The track wasn't really in my favor. It was up on that wall, but I made do with what I had and was able to pull it off.
In what ways was this race a little bit different compared to yesterday in maybe like situations that you didn't expect to maybe be in?
I really expected me and Dylan Yeager to battle it out, and then Talbot come in, and Talent. I really didn't expect to be racing as hard as I was that late on in the race. But the better driver always prevails, I guess.
Take me through those final laps. You had Talon. You said you thought Talon had the best car. You see him throw the slide job, and then he catches a little bit of the wall too much. What's going through your head?
Yeah, I looked over to my left, and I seen Talon throwing it deep, and I just thought to myself, there's no way he's going to make that stick with the side bite the setup has and how slick it was. And, sure enough, he stuffed it in the wall. So that played in my favor. I think if he was just a little more patient, and he probably would have won that.
Well, Caleb, well-deserved on this one. Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Yeah, just, the gang at Dirty Dig Performance, Gears Unlimited, Casella, Scotty Riome, and good race to Peyton Talon. Thank you to Dean, you guys for broadcasting it, Dean for putting it on. Looking forward to the race here in a couple weeks at Volusia.
Absolutely. Same for us, too. Caleb, well-deserved. Congratulations. Enjoy this one, man.
Thank you.
So Caleb Durgan, our race winner this evening. Let's go to the guy that finished in runner-up, and that being Peyton Talbot. He is with Zach.
The bride-to-be and back-to-back nights there, Peyton. But, hey, $250 in a P2. How's that sound, man?
Yeah, I mean, obviously coming into tonight, I knew the top 4 were going to be, super, super tough. We had a good car. Just, Durgan out front he's a tough guy to beat out front. So he ran a really good race, and I thought I was going to be able to throw something at him the last 10 laps or so. Just couldn't hit the line right. Messed up a few times. I think we had some damage on the left rear, but nothing too major. To come out P2 is better than expected. So
Now, obviously, there, for the middle portion of the race, almost till the end, long green flag run. Do you think if we stay that way, maybe we're talking to you first, or do you think those cautions hurt you? How are we feeling about it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think the yellows helped or hurt me in any way, really, truthfully. Maybe the yellow that came out on lap 47 might have hurt us a little bit just because we didn't really have much time to get back to Durgan, with 3 laps remaining. But yeah, no, good run for our team. It feels good to run second here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Peyton, you brought a lot to the Digital Dash 2.0 here. I mean, a great attitude, clean driving, and you're rewarded with that second place finish. Hell of a job, man. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, just all my sponsors. Everybody that helps me out, all my crew guys that help me out in the real world. Just Lord forgive me the talent and ability to be here, and yeah, good run.
Well, hey, hopefully we have your back, Peyton. Great job, man, and once again, congratulations.
Awesome, guys. Thank you.
And Marty, now you've got an interesting one here because if you remember when you talked to our winner, Mr. Durgan, he mentioned Talon as possibly being the quickest car on the racetrack. I'm interested to see how he feels with P3.
Yeah, let me ask him that. Talon Willis rounding out the podium in third. Caleb said that he believed that you had the fastest car late in the going. What, from your perspective, do you think you had the fastest car too?
Yeah, I felt like I was really good. I know on those few restarts there at the end of the race, I could just be right there on his back bumper, and I was kind of waiting on him to mess up or make a wrong line choice and something like that, just waiting on a mistake, and it never really presented itself. So I started trying to like throw a few sliders and stuff like that, and I threw that one slider and just it didn't really catch any grip off the top like I figured it would, and just kind of caught the wall, and it caught my right front, but luckily the caution didn't come out, so I was able to hold on to my spot and get back to third. And then just whenever we went to the single file restarts, it was really hard to get back to second. I felt like if I could have got back to second, I might have had a run for him, but I would have had a rough up second, and I wasn't here to race anybody dirty. So just not mad with the third place finish. Started third, finished third. Just unlike Durgan, I felt like I had the fastest car, just didn't make the right choices, and just kind of beat myself up about it. But you live and you learn.
This seemed like this was a race where you really wanted to try and make a pass. It really came down to the slide jobs. Is that really how you were looking? Did you feel like you could stick the sliders better than maybe the other drivers out there? And how were you trying to get those sliders to go without having another one crossing over on you?
Well, I was really trying to hit the bottom on 1 and 2, like before it really got kind of top dominant, and clear Durgan off the back stretch, and then make him slide me in 3 and 4, so I could cross him over off of 4 and get the drive off down the bottom, and kind of get back in front of him and like run my race, and just kind of. But Durgan did a really good job at just keeping me behind him, and also Peyton whenever he got to second. Durgan just did his job, and a slider was kind of my last ditch effort. I couldn't run the top as good as him. I'm not that good at running the like top up against the wall, but we'll have to work on it, and I don't know. I felt like I was there, just kind of made a few wrong choices.
Well, regardless, though, a great run all week long. Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Yeah, all the guys at Majula C Speed Shop. Jaeger was in this race. We were hanging out in Discord, we're just having fun. We weren't really even stressing this race, just having a good time, and he got wrecked, but I was able to come out with the top 3, so not mad about that. But just Majula C Speed Shop, 511 Race Designs, Victory Seats, Sweet Victory, all you guys at DIRTcar, and it was really cool to have one of these races put on again. Hoping we can catch the next one if Real Racing's not on top of it. But just couldn't thank everybody enough. Congrats to Durgan on win. Peyton second, and hopefully we'll see y'all in the next one.
Yeah, Talon, absolutely a great performance all week long, man, without question. Hopefully we'll talk to you in a few weeks from now when we have the spring break.
March 10th through 12th. March 10th through 12th. Leave it open.
10-4. Appreciate y'all.
Right, there you go. Talon Willis rounding out the podium. Definitely appreciate the top 3 for their time here this evening. But in the end, Caleb Durgan with a incredible performance here, starting second, finishing first, and winning the DIRTcar Digital Dash 2.0 in addition to winning his prelim night last night. Zach, I'll bring you and I back in here. Final thoughts before we sign off on what's been one heck of a week.
Well, hey, until we come back, Marty, I've got bragging rights. I did indeed pick Caleb to win this thing. So, you guys will hear about that a couple times. But, man, just hearing those drivers, honestly, thank the, saying you guys at the DIRTcar series, what an honor to be a part of this, Marty. I mean, you do an excellent job. People don't realize how much you do with the cameras, the overlays to make this thing look as good as it does. I just get to sit here and talk with one of my best virtual buddies. This thing was amazing, and we said it the last time, and I'm going to say it again. It's only going to be better in March, or bigger in March. When you can sign up Monday, sign up now. You don't want to miss your spot.
Absolutely. So, again, we mentioned it. The spring break race. Spring break at Fallujah Speedway Park, 3:58, the 10th to the 12th. You should expect signups to start here in the coming days, but don't miss out on it. We'll have it live for you once again on the DIRTcar Racing YouTube. One heck of a week once again. If you want more dirt racing, head to Dirt Vision right now as the DIRTcar Nationals are live at Fallujah Speedway Park. Hopefully you tune in for that for the entire next couple of weeks. But for now, we bid you adieu for this entire week. And like I mentioned, what a week it's been here at DIRTcar eSports with us bringing back the Digital Dash 2.0. So with that, that's going to do it for us here. Quiet Track, Charlotte Motor Speedway, CC Jeff Gluck. On behalf of everyone here at DIRTcar eSports, the broadcast partner is Zach Chapman. Marty Sakala saying so long. Thanks for joining us all week long. Caleb Durgan, your DIRTcar Digital Dash champion, $500 richer. Thanks for joining us. So long.